David Brown drummed his fingers on the steering wheel, the boredom a physical weight. The patrol through the decaying neighborhood, run-down homes, shuttered stores, felt endless. To David, it was a blight, its residents' failures blaming society. His headlights swept past a closed convenience store, illuminating a lone figure, a frail, elderly black woman, wide-brimmed hat shadowing her face, leaning on a cane, holding a plastic bag. Too old, too suspicious. Irritation flared. Homeless dealer. Perfect. He slammed the brakes, boots thudded heavily on the pavement as he approached. She didn't flinch. Unnerving. "Hey," David barked, his voice slicing the quiet. She turned slowly. Calm eyes met his from beneath the hat. No fear. It stoked his anger. "What are you doing?" "Looking to steal something." He stepped closer, menace dripping from his tone. He craved submission. "I'm just going home," she replied, voice quiet, firm. "Home." David sneered. "People like you don't just go home here." "Hand over the bag." He snatched it. Food boxes tumbled out. Her stillness felt like defiance. "Who the hell do you think you are?" he roared, pride and fury surging. "I'm a cop. I'm in charge." His face was inches from hers. Her silence was gasoline. "Damn it." He raised his hand. "You don't know what you're doing." The soft words froze him mid-swing, a flicker of unease, drowned by rage. He swung his fist. Instead of collapsing, she stepped back, straightened, and pulled a small leather wallet from her coat. An FBI badge gleamed under the streetlight. "You've made a big mistake, David Brown. I'm Special Agent Louise Thompson, and you're going to pay." David froze. Blood ran cold. The world tilted. Disbelief warred with fury. "FBI." David spat, voice cracking, wandering like a beggar. "Bullshit." He stared at the badge, hand trembling. Her calm was infuriating. He expected terror, not this icy disdain. "You think I'm joking?" Louise's voice remained low, sharp. "I've been watching you, David. You and your crew. The power trips, the racism, the assaults. I'm not wondering. I'm exposing it." "Shut up," David exploded. "You think you can ruin me, a black woman?" Here, venomous words, raw racial hatred. Control was slipping. He couldn't bear her challenge. "I don't care who you are. This is my turf. I'll make you pay." He lunged wild-eyed. "You're playing with fire." "David," Louise stated, colder now. "Do you know who's watching? They're here now." Confusion mixed with fury. Fear pricked him, but rage blinded him. "Don't mess with me, FBI," Louise said, unshaken. "They've watched for months. Every abuse, every racist act, every dirty deal. You and your crew, trapped. I don't care." David roared, face crimson. "You're black. I'm the cop. I'll show you power." He charged. Tires screeched. David whirled. 2 black SUVs blocked the street. Agents in tactical gear emerged, weapons trained. His world imploded. Louise looked at him, a hint of pity and unwavering confidence. "You went too far, David. Now you pay." His arms dropped, breath ragged. Cold steel cuffs locked his wrists. The nightmare was real. In the holding cell, David's arrogance crumbled. The uniform, the badge, the gun, symbols of untouchable power he'd wielded, especially against black citizens, shattered by a frail black woman. Fear consumed him. The door opened. Louise entered, transformed, powerful, holding his fate. Her cold eyes cut through him. No fear, only resolve. "You know what's coming," Louise stated flatly. "You went too far. Time to pay." David growled, cornered. "You can't touch me. Just an old black woman. I lock up your kind. I'm a cop. You don't get it, David," she replied, unwavering. "You thought you were above the law. You're not. Months of evidence, abuse, violence, racism, it all catches up." David clenched his teeth. "No regrets. I did my job. Those people needed controlling. Just doing my duty." "You think brutalizing people has no cost?" Louise pressed.com. "That black lives are beneath you." "No, David. Wrong. Consequences are here." David lunged, restrained by cuffs and agents. "I'm not afraid of you. You'll never bring me down." Louise offered a cold, pitying smile. "You're not in control, David. Not the cop intimidating anyone. You're the criminal, and no one saves you now." The words struck deep. Fight gone. Power was gone. He was controlled. Desperation washed over him. Tension etched David's face. Sleep brought visions of the faces he'd wronged. beatings, slurs, now haunting him. Jail stripped his protective power. Worst was Lieutenant John Harper, the corrupt chain's ruthless head. Betraying Harper meant death. One night, a cold-eyed man entered David's cell. "Harper sends his regards." The chilling whisper left David frozen, heart pounding. Harper knew silence was the only option, or death. FBI interrogations pressed relentlessly. Louise cornered him. "Harper won't save you, David. He'll sacrifice you. Cooperate, or he buries you." David knew it was true. Harper's protection was a noose. Louise had the evidence. Trapped between Harper's vengeance and Louise's justice. Finally, defeated, David spoke, voice hoarse. "Okay, I'll talk. But protection. Harper will kill me." "You'll get it." Louise nodded sharply. "But everything, Harper, the whole department." Exposed, David took a suffocating breath. No turning back. Traitor to his brutal brothers. But the trap was sprung. He began detailing the corruption network. Cover-ups, protection, ignored murders. Harper's role, the systemic rot. Harper felt the walls closing. He destroyed evidence, pressured allies, bribed officials. Futile. The FBI dug deeper, falsified reports, covered up killings. Loyalists fled. Escape was impossible. Dawn raid. Harper dragged from bed, handcuffed, defiance lingering. "Arrest me," he spat at agents. "But this system never changes. You won't destroy it." Louise watched impassively. He wasn't entirely wrong. The roots were deep, but not invincible. "We don't need to destroy it," she told David later. "We change it, piece by piece, starting with you and Harper." David stayed silent. Betrayal was his path now. He faced his own brutal legacy. David's testimony ignited the case. It exposed not just Harper, but a vast web of racial violence and corruption, top to bottom. Oppression wasn't just fists. It was systemic, insidious. In interrogation, sweat-soaked, David recounted Harper's orders. Louise's cold, expectant gaze offered no escape. "Do you realize?" she demanded. "It wasn't just Harper. An entire system used power to oppress for years. You helped build it, fed it with your hate." David looked down. The law enforcer saw the truth. He was an oppressor. The unnecessary force, the assumptions, all fueled by racism. "We weren't alone," he admitted, voice strained. "Harper led orders. Control black areas. Suspicion was enough. Act first." "And what did you do?" Louise pressed, taking notes. David trembled. "We beat them. Questioned without cause. Detained without reason. Just ... being black in the wrong place. Arrested. Harper said they couldn't be trusted. ... A threat. Wouldn't follow laws." Louise's silence mirrored the horror. Racism, institutionalized, by the badge. "So," Louise's gaze pinned him, "keep testifying, or protect them." "No choice." "I'll talk," David whispered. Fake investigations, innocent arrests, cover-ups. Harper made racism routine. He detailed the daily machinery of oppression. While David talked, Harper fought a losing battle. Evidence mounted, falsified reports, covered killings. Loyalists vanished. The raid came, handcuffed. Harper sneered at agents. "Arrest me. The system remains. You won't break it." Louise knew the fight was long. "Change comes piece by piece," she reiterated to David. He faced the consequences of his choices. David's information triggered more arrests. High-ranking officials fell, caught covering misconduct, falsifying reports, destroying evidence. The black community, long silenced, erupted. Streets filled with protests. "We're not criminals." A wrongfully beaten man cried on TV, "We just want to live. They treated us like trash for our skin." The outcry exposed a system built on oppression, not protection. Media revelations detailed years of systemic abuse, false charges, excessive force, intimidation. Officers became predators. David, in his cell, haunted by faces he'd hurt, saw himself clearly, a tool of oppression. Testifying didn't erase his guilt. It was his life sentence. Harper, facing trial, remained defiant. "Just doing my job." Overwhelming evidence convicted him. The corruption web extended beyond cops, politicians, businesses profiting from the powerless. Change began. Sweeping police reforms, anti-racism training, de-escalation tactics, stronger internal affairs, community oversight boards. Louise led a task force enforcing them. Wounds remained, but hope flickered. David, broken, got a reduced sentence for cooperation, but prison was his end. Harper received life, still snarling. The system endures. Another Harper comes. Louise knew better. Change was possible. Step by step, victims were finally heard. Justice started here. Alone in his cell, David saw the fragility of power built. On hate, it collapsed, leaving only regret. The city rebuilt trust. A long road, but hope paved it. Harper's case exposed more than one corrupt precinct. It revealed how abused power crushes the innocent. Yet, community resilience and dedication like Louise's shine light into the darkest systems. Change is slow, but the fight for fairness is never too late. What would you do? Faced with injustice and racism, would you stay silent or stand and fight? Share your thoughts below. If this story's message resonated, like and subscribe for more. Share it to spread justice and fairness. Thanks for watching.